In this video, we're going to be transforming the all-new 2025 Lenovo Legion Tab 4 into a desktop PC. And of course, it's still going to be running Android, but this new version of the Legion Tab is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite, meaning we've got more than enough power for gaming, emulation. You want to do some work on this thing, it's totally possible. And luckily, Lenovo has added several different ways that we can use this with an external monitor, like our extended mode, which we're taking a look at here. There's even a PC mode built in, which gives us a more desktop style interface, basically turning this tablet into a desktop PC. And when it comes down to it, this is the most powerful 8-inch Android tablet on the market because, again, we've got that Snapdragon 8 Elite. And one thing I'd like to mention here is you don't need a mouse and keyboard to do this. You can use the built-in touchpad and keyboard if you want to. But for this, I'm going to be using a mouse and a USB to HDMI dock. I'll leave links for everything I'm using in the description. Okay, so as soon as we connect the tablet to our USB Type-C to HDMI device or a monitor that just supports video over USB Type-C, we're going to get a notification up here. And right now we're in mirror mode. Not a huge deal, but there's a lot of devices on the market that don't even do this. Like I mentioned, we've got several different modes that we can use here. So we'll check out projection, and it's going to bring us into our settings. Again, we're in mirror mode. We can select the output device for sound, and I'm going to be using my display here, or we could use the tablet. Resolution. So from here, at least with the setup that I have right now, we can do 4K 60 Hz, 4K 30, 25, we're not worried about that. I'd say the best resolution here, at least for me, would be 2560 by 1440, so 1440p at 120 Hz, or you can go 1080 at 120. As you can see, we're right there at 2560 by 1440. Mirror mode looks great on an external display, but we've also got the extended mode. And now we're in extended mode, and this is great because we've got a full screen experience over here on the big screen. We can still use the built-in screen on the tablet for other applications, so you could run a movie over there, play a game on the extended display. Right down here, we've got our app launcher, just like we would with Dex. And if we take a look at the projection section, you can see we've got some other settings here. Again, we're still at 1440, 120, but it's kind of the way we set the tablet up with the display. Mine is set up with the tablet below the extended display. That means if I pull down, I've still got access to my mouse on the tablet. Then I can go right back up to the extended display. And you can set this so the tablet's above the display, to the left, to the right. Up here, with any application that we have open, we've got our full screen mode. We've also got our close, and I'll just show you here. We'll go with Chrome, full screen. Windowed mode. We've also got a snap feature, so if you want to run several applications, we can. We'll just open up Google Play over here. We can snap it right there. And yeah, pretty nice. And this is great for big screen applications, like let's say gaming. This is where I would definitely want to do some gaming at. The only downside I found with extended mode is we can't use the built-in Lenovo FPS counter. But other than that, I mean, we're still getting the same performance. And that's kind of the next thing I wanted to talk about here, because when it comes down to it, there is speculation that when running an Android tablet or phone in kind of a desktop mode, you will lose performance. And I want to show you that this isn't true, at least nowadays. It may have been back in the day, but what I've done is run some benchmarks on the built-in display with nothing connected, and I've also run them in extended mode. The first one we have here is pretty interesting. It's Geekbench 6 in extended mode. We got a single core of 3034, multi 9712. And if we take a look at this in just regular tablet mode, 3074 single, 8641 multi. So we actually got a better multi-core score in extended mode. But if I ran these a few times back to back in extended and just regular tablet mode, they would probably even right out. The next one we have here is a GPU benchmark using 3D Mark Steel Nomad Lite in extended mode, 2495. In tablet mode, we did get a bit of a higher score there with this GPU, coming in with the 2572. So when you take a look at these scores here, just with the synthetics, it doesn't make much of a difference going from the tablet mode over to big screen mode. With mirror mode and extended mode out of the way, the next mode I want to show you is my personal favorite. Now there is a downside to this, but what it's called is PC mode. Once we're in PC mode, you can see that it's going to mirror the display. There's no way around this. And unfortunately, we're at a 16:10 aspect ratio display on the tablet. So that's what we get over here on our bigger display. You can see we've got some black bars on the side. I did find a way around this, but you will need a third-party application and you'll have to enable USB debugging. So there's several different applications out there. This is just a resolution switcher, and we can set this up for 1440p at a 16:9 aspect ratio. But the black bars on the side don't bug me that much, so I'm gonna leave it just like this. Now in this mode, we do have more flexibility when it comes to freeform windows. You go ahead and close this. If we right click, we can close an application just like that. Let's go ahead and open up IDA64. We can bring it anywhere on the display. Snap feature, so we've got it over here. We'll go to our CPU. You can see we've got that Snapdragon 8 Elite. Google Play. Snap right over to the left-hand side. Dual applications, and we can launch more if we need to. So we've got Chrome here. You can open up a ton of different apps and just kind of minimize them, bring them right back up on the fly. Maximize right from the very top right-hand corner. So I do like this setup here. It's actually really easy to navigate with a mouse and keyboard, but some people may be disappointed that we just don't have that full screen here like we do in extended mode. And when I'm gaming on this tablet in kind of desktop mode, I personally use extended mode. But PC mode is great for productivity on the go. Let's say we wanted to edit some videos. I've just got Adobe Rush here. We'll create our video. With this Snapdragon 8 Elite, I mean, you can scrub that timeline pretty quickly here. We've got all of our filters over here. If you want to add anything, we'll just do cinematic. Go ahead and play.
Oh God, I love the Philippines.
And of course, when it's time to export, we can do it directly to the tablet or even external storage if you've got it set up. And remember, this new Legion tablet does support up to a 2 terabyte micro SD card, which is really great. The last thing I want to take a look at here is some big screen gaming and emulation performance. So remember, I'm going to be in extended mode. That way we get that full screen experience. The first game we have here is Fortnite. And by the way, I'm using an Xbox controller connected over Bluetooth. Remember, we're at 1440p here, and I'm not sure if the game will scale up to 1440p, but it does look really good. And I want to show you here from the settings that we're at 90 FPS with this game. I guess that's as high as we can go with it. We're also at epic settings, and our resolution scale is set to 100%. High resolution textures are on, so basically we've got Fortnite maxed out here on the tablet using this external display. And to tell you the truth, I mean, if I had this side by side with, let's say, the Xbox version, I personally couldn't tell the difference. I don't play the game enough to kind of find every single detail. It looks great here, and I mean, it feels like a console game on a tablet. The next game we have here is Grid Auto Sport, and if you're not familiar, this was ported over to Android a while ago. I picked it up, I'd say, a year and a half ago. There's another one that just got ported. I personally haven't got that one. We do have some graphic settings that we can mess around with, and I've got it maxed out right now. And on this big screen, I mean, it looks good. Again, kind of just like Fortnite, if I put this side by side with the Xbox version, I'd be hard pressed to tell the difference. Next up, we've got Genshin Impact, and since we finally have native Android controller support for this game, I figured we'd go ahead and test it out here. That Xbox controller just works right out of the box. There's no setup that I needed to do here, but the buttons are, Japanese style buttons. So your A will be back, your B will be select. We're at maximum settings, 60 FPS, and I think the only thing we need for this on Android now is the ability to go up to 120 FPS. We're kind of locked at 60. But it looks awesome here. And the final thing I wanted to take a look at here was some big screen emulation. First up, we've got some GameCube using the Dolphin emulator. 4x resolution with auto mode released, and I consider this, a harder game to run on an Android device, especially at this higher resolution, because when it comes down to it, we're actually at 2560 by 2112 at 4x, because we're upscaling 4 times the original GameCube resolution. OpenGL backend with that Snapdragon chip, this game runs flawlessly. I also wanted to see how this would handle PS2 emulation on the big screen. We've got God of War 2, which is a harder one to run. I'm using the Nether SX2 emulator, 4x resolution with Nether SX2. And since these PS2 games didn't run at a 16:9 aspect ratio, that means that our resolution is at 2040 by 1792, which is more than enough for an Android device playing a game like this. It's pretty amazing what the Snapdragon 8 Elite can do with emulation and native Android gaming. I mean, no matter what native Android game I throw at this thing, it'll run it at full speed, maxed out. As long as we have graphics settings, we can take it up as far as it'll go. And seeing that, on a bigger screen at 1440p, we're still seeing that awesome performance. I think that this is a really awesome little setup here. And it's my favorite form factor for a tablet. Right there at that 8-inch, it's actually an 8.8-inch display, which means you can carry this thing around with you anywhere. And I did kind of do a first look at this. If you're interested in checking that video out, I'll leave a link in the description. But since we had PC mode and extended mode here, I really wanted to kind of show it off. And it works absolutely amazingly on the new 2025 Legion Tab 4. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. If you're interested in learning a little more about this tablet, I'll leave some links in the description. And like always, thanks for watching.